Here we go again with part 7 of the USS San Francisco build. This is the turrets and some of the detail around them. Again, I'm doing the audio in one take, so hopefully it'll be interesting. Here we are with the rear gun tubs. There's a pair of them and the little fillets that hold them to the deck. I did find out that the line drawing I use for the trailer and beginning of each one of these videos is of the pre-refit version, and I am building the post-refit layout of the ship. So as we get to the end here, you'll see that it doesn't quite line up. Now here we are with the rear radar booth, which came out quite nicely. And here's the forward radar booth. So here we are with the forward gun tubs for some of the AA guns, which will be in an upcoming video. That video is likely to be kind of long because I believe there's 26 20mm on here and a number of 5-inchers, and yeah, that's going to be tedious. And this is, according to the plans, what the taper on the barrel should have looked like, and this is what I came up with that looked way more correct. Here we are fishing through the barrel of spare brass parts to see what might look good, and then building all of the barrels. There's a mock-up with the inside of one of the turrets. A little more detail, and the completed turret before it goes on the barbette. For each of these turrets, the shrouds or socks that go around the base of the barrel, I found out that using some facial tissue cut and tacked in place and then wetted and glued with a mix of 1 part water and 1 part PVA gave a nice effect that made the base shroud look just about right. And here we are constructing the turret mount, which would lead down to the magazines and the real ship. And here comes turret number 2. And there we are with the rough placement of the 2 forward barrels, or pardon me, turrets. And here we are with a set of reels that were constructed, and this is a mistake. They don't go here on the ship. They get used later on. But the parts that are supposed to go right here in the ship, I can't find in the plans at all. There's mentions of them in one of the construction diagrams, but the parts are nowhere to be found. Again, yet one of the multitude of errors in this kit. Don't worry, I pulled them off before everything's set up and cleaned up this piece before scratch building a proper set and putting them on. And here are some of the posts and cap stands in front of the number 1 turret. May have had a little too much tea that day. And I apologize for the tardiness of this video. I ended up getting sick a couple of times, and this also took much longer than I thought it did. And while I realized I wasn't turning the camera on each time I was building, I expected this video to be relatively short, and I think it's the longest one yet. And here are the reels on the forward superstructure that look way more correct than the other reels that I mistakenly stuck there. Here we are with some of the forward, I believe they're hatches and magazine compartments for the smaller guns. And here's the final mounting of the forward turrets. There's the final mounting of there's a mock-up mounting of the rear turret before all the detail pieces go on. There's where the reels went on properly, and right there is the winch I am mounting. The winch came out nice. I scratch built about half of it. My understanding is that's for towing other vessels. And there's the final placement of the forward turrets. And there's the final mounting of the forward turrets along with some of the detail pieces around them. And here goes the final mounting of the rear turret. Same deal. And I definitely had the shakes that day. There we are with all the detail pieces and cap stands and reels and winch. And next up we got lots and lots of AA guns. It may be a little while before I finish this set off.